Hello and welcome to Coffee with Carey. Thank you for stopping by today. If you're new here, I'm Carey. I'm a matchmaker, a dating coach. I'm in the Chicago area. Clients are kind of all over, and we talk about dating and relationships because that's what I talk about all day, every day. And I figure, why stop? It's 6 o'clock. Let's film an episode for my friends here on YouTube at 7:30. And today I thought it would be helpful if we discussed compatibility. I think it's going to be a quick tip. Just don't hold it against me if I start going a little beyond what would typically be considered a quick tip in your mind or mine. I'll do the best I can to be concise. Let's talk about that right now. I hope you'll stick around. That's what's on the agenda. Compatibility is not about hobbies, heights, or hair color. It's not about your taste in music and whether you share a common love for 80s hair bands or classic rock or disco. It's much more targeted. Those things are all lovely want to haves, would like to have, would be nice if we shared these things. But they are not must haves. They are not deal breakers to not have them. They are not requirements, necessities, or non-negotiables. It's interesting because these must-haves are very specific to you. You get to decide what is a non-negotiable in your book for your life. And sure, it could be your love language or your intimacy styles. It could be a love of dogs or reading. But very often it's more based on values and the way you look at the world and how you communicate in the world. It's about different paths versus shared goals, being on the same journey with the same types of things you prioritize and looking at relationships, communicating in the same way. Relationships move along much more smoothly, sure, if you share political views or the same type of spirituality or views about religion. But if you're not even starting with being on the same plane of existence, having the same communication style, having the same level of emotional maturity maybe, or awareness, being able to share who you are and what you need, what you want, what your plans are, and being aware of that enough to be able to communicate it, then it kind of all just falls apart. So let's get a little bit more specific on why it would be so important to have compatibility in your romantic relationship. I think first it's important to understand that when people say that relationships are work, they don't mean that it's hard, grueling work that you must toil away at daily to keep things on the path moving forward. Yes, relationships take work, but it's mostly maintenance type work, making the effort to continue communicating with this person, to continue to hear them and seek out their thoughts and feelings so that you can confirm that you're on the same path or the same journey in this relationship and through life. It's not supposed to be difficult. It's very common in young relationships. People get accustomed to that in a more immature falling in love, perhaps the first time, that there's very high highs and very low lows, and there's just a lot more drama to everything when you're super young. But as you get older, you're supposed to grow past wanting that type of ups and downs and excitement in your relationships. And if you're looking for something long-term or to start a family or to spend the rest of your life in later years with somebody, you want something more stable. And something stable doesn't require constantly being on the edge, about to tumble over, fall apart, and everybody go their separate ways. There's a comfort that comes with being able to trust in this relationship without constantly having that drama and having it be something you have to constantly work hard at. That hard work is supposed to be remembering to prioritize another person. So I've always said that if you are spending all your relationship couple time together discussing the relationship, you're not having a relationship. I think that really lays out pretty clearly what incompatibility looks like. If you are so incompatible that you're constantly having to have conversations about what's not working, then where's the enjoyment? Where's the cherishing your time together and sharing experiences and feeling like you're bonding with somebody and falling even more in love. It's not supposed to be hard work. So to wrap it up, I think what I wanted to make sure you understood is that if you are constantly negotiating a relationship, that can be really stressful. That's worrisome to constantly be renegotiating and trying to define it and work through all these kinks and things that aren't working. Real compatibility is more about figuring out ways that you as a couple can navigate through problems outside of the relationship. How do we work as a team? The focus should be on tackling life's challenges together, not tackling problems within the relationship separately together. I hope that makes sense to you. If it does, please let me know down in the comments. And if you think there's a different way of defining what compatibility is than what I've laid out for you in this just very brief, quick tip, love to hear from you down below in the comments. Hope you found that helpful in some way. If you did, give the episode a thumbs up like my mom's mentioning that you might want to do down there. That's my mommy suggesting that perhaps a thumbs up would be appropriate at this time. I'm glad you could stop by today. Hope you'll subscribe and hit the ring bell so you're notified every time I have a new episode go live. I'll look forward to seeing you again soon. And until next time, have a good one.